Breaking news, Columbia Green Federal Credit Union just saved our member $105 a month on their car payment.
That's no surprise. CGFCU helps our members save thousands.
Wait, thousands?
Yep, we have fantastic rates and flexible terms.
We save our members by refinancing autos, boats, campers, and even credit cards.
Apply today, see how much you can save.
Hey, welcome back to the Press Box, presented by Columbia Green Federal Credit Union. We're one round into the playoffs now,
yes.
Boys and girls basketball. A lot of teams left going.
Yes.
Tomorrow, well, Friday, whenever this airs, we have quite a few games going on. Catskill's playing Waterville. Catskill's the highest seed that we have going in the tournament.
And it is great. We had some teams fall by the wayside, but still 7 boys teams, 3 girls teams left, so 10 in all. I mean, that's not a bad ratio.
No, not at all.
For our area at all. They're up against some stiff competition. Everybody talk about the Patroon Conference this year being a little weaker in both boys and girls, and the CHVL maybe not being as strong as some of the other leagues to the north of us. Yep. But I think our teams are showing that they can hang with anybody. The fact that we have 10 teams left. But Friday night's games, the Class B boys in particular, 2 marquee matchups right there. We've got at Shenandoah High School, I should say, Catskill and Waterville. Both teams coming in with a full head of steam. Catskill 19-2, still not ranked in the state, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But again, at this point, the coaches will tell you the state rankings mean nothing until the season's over. That's when they mean something. But Waterville is ranked 22nd in the state. They're 17-4, and again, I think that's due in part because they're perceived to play better competition, and maybe they do. But at this point, you can strip all that away. Catskill Waterville going to be a very, very good game. Waterville is coming off a big win over Taconic Hills. Our guy Tom Super brought his team up to sectionals this year, and deservedly so. Gave it their best effort. Russ Beck had a big game with 32 points, but the Titans lost that one. Waterville beat them pretty handily. But now the 4th-seeded Cannoneers are going to have a much tougher time against the 5th-seeded Cats. I just got one of those feelings, Brian. You know how I get when I get those feelings. I mean, I think this is going to be one of those games that turns into an instant classic, where it could be 85, 84 type of game, and I'm picking the Cats. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a homer here, but I honestly believe the Cats will beat them. Both teams very, very strong, 1-5, in their lineup, but I think the Cats will have enough to take care of the Cannoneers and move on to Glens Falls in the state I should say the Section 2 semifinals come Monday night.
Now also we have Hudson playing Shalmont. That's a tough game for Hudson.
That's a much tougher task, I would say, for the Blue Hawks. Although Coach Briscoe will tell you that he feels that the Blue Hawks match up pretty favorably with Shalmont. Shalmont, what makes them so special? They got obviously some talent there, but they have good size. They have a kid that's 6'4", Jesse Odell. They have a couple of kids 6'4", a couple other kids 6'3". Shane Odell is their main scorer. He averages 21 points a game. He's got 26 three-pointers to his credit this year. You've got Jesse Odell with 13.2 points per game. The other kid I like is Mike Thomasone. He's got 53 three-pointers. He averages 10 points a game. Most of that comes on three-pointers. 53 three-pointers. A lot of teams don't have that in a season, but he had it individually. So Hudson's got a lot to look out for, a lot to guard when it comes to Shalmont. The Sabres are 17-4, and again, let's call it like it is. I mean, they play much tougher competition. Their 4 losses this year to Waterville, Green Tech, Mahonison, and Lansingburg. In fact, they lost to Mahonison, a team that beat Catskill by 30 in the Curvin Cup Christmas tournament. They only lost to them by 7. So this is a good team, and Hudson's going to have its hands full. I'm not saying Hudson can't win this game.
It's going to be a tough road.
But yeah, Shalmont would be the favorite, you would think, on paper going in. But Hudson will show up and give it the best shot.
They will. Now in Class C, we have Greenville, Maple Hill. Maple Hill is playing number 14 Mayfield, which upset the number 3 Schoharie teams. It's not going to be a cakewalk. They upset number 3 team. Maple Hill is going in against them. It's a tough game for Maple Hill.
It is a tough game for Maple Hill. But again, the Wildcats come into this tournament with a full head of steam, and I think they're going to carry that on into this game against Mayfield, which is going to be 11 o'clock Saturday morning at Hudson Valley Community College. I'm taking Maple Hill in this one.
Yep.
For sure.
Good. Now we also have Greenville, which pulled the upset in the first round. They're taking on number 2, Hoosick Falls.
Yes, our guy Dane Carpenter, we love him. You know, he's one of our guys, and Cole Ackerman dropped 42 points in that win over Burn Knox Westerlo, and he's capable of that. On any occasion. That wasn't a fluke thing. I mean, he scored more than 30 points several times this year, and seems like his best games have come out of the Patroon Conference and non-league encounters. And again, I think that's due in part to now Greenville's playing and picking on kids their own size, so to speak. I mean, they're playing Class C schools now, and I think that, you know, they definitely have a shot in any game they play against Class C teams. But this game in particular is going to be very tough. Hoosick Falls is one of those teams that have played, excuse me, a very, very... Sorry about that. This cold is getting to me a little bit, but
no, that's no problem.
I was gonna say, I know I sound like a 13-year-old kid over here with his voice cracking, but Hoosick Falls is a tough team, no question, and they played some really tough competition themselves. They lost to Glens Falls by like 5 points. You know, a Class B power earlier this season, but. That should be a tough one for Greenville, but again, not out of the realm of possibility that they could pull the upset.
Definitely could. Then that's also going to be Saturday noon, I think, noon 12:30ish.
12:30. Yep, right after the Maple Hill game
over at Hudson Valley. So Class D is doing really well. Normally Hawthorne Valley, New Lebanon, they don't go too far. If they make the playoffs, they're not too far. Both of them got wins on Wednesday night. They're both looking really good. They have some guys that can score some points. They're moving on. They're going to be playing on Saturday. And they also joined Germantown, which number 2 seed, got first round bye to Saturday. So we'll have 3 Class D teams going.
That is an amazing feat, I think. In a small area like ours.
CHVL.
Absolutely. You know, again, you could say all you want about the CHVL not being as strong as some of the leagues up north, but hey, we got 3 teams left in the quarterfinal round. I mean, Hawthorne Valley has got a tough road to hoe. They take on St. Johnsville, which is the top seed. New Lebanon plays number 4 Argyle with a Lufkin kid who scores about 30 a game. And Germantown takes on number 10 seed Hartford, which was an upset winner the other day. But of those 3 teams, I think for sure you'll see Germantown moving on to the semifinal round, which will be played up in Glens Falls at what used to be called the Civic Center. Is now what the Cooling Insurance Arena. But for our sake, we'll call it the Glens Falls Civic Center. But I definitely see Germantown moving on, and New Lebanon's got a shot as well.
They have some big guys that can play.
Brandon Cole, Clayton Erickson, Coach Carl Erickson has got the guys playing very, very well this year, and I would not be surprised to see them. And wouldn't that be a great feat for the CHVL and our area in particular for 2 teams in Class D to move on to the semifinals?
Yeah, definitely. And Hawthorne Valley, they had a chance of going to the playoffs last season. They had a senior trip that kind of derailed their whole plans, and they had a great season. They were, I believe, 12-7 or so regular season. They just weren't able to go this year. They made the most of it. They went. They beat Loudonville in the first round. So it's a nice little tip for the seniors this year that are on the team.
No question about it. And again, that must have been some senior trip if they're going to get sectionals. But hey, priorities, and I applaud them for that.
Now moving on to the girls bracket, we have the only Class B team left is Hudson. They're going to be playing on Saturday.
Saw them the other night. That's where I lost my voice. I was yelling so much in that game. But what a classic that was. I mean, and it was unexpected. You figured going in, Hudson was taking on a team that was like 5-15 in Cohoes. But again, it goes to show that Cohoes play some pretty stiff competition. And Hudson had an 18-point lead in the third quarter. Cohoes made the run. Even the score, Hudson came back, forced overtime, then another overtime, and then the Hawks won it with some key free throws and some key shots down the stretch, and moved on with a 58-57 double overtime win. And their reward for winning that game in dramatic fashion is number 2 Mechanicsville. That's It's a very good team. They have a very good player in Sammy Passanella who averages 16 points a game, and that game will be played Saturday night in Mechanicsville at 7:30. They're the higher seed, and in that bracket, they will be the home team. But again, don't count out Hudson, Coach Bryce Ivory and Warren Sheldon. They got a good thing going there. The girls believe in their coaches. They believe in themselves, and I would not be surprised to see them pull an upset there.
Definitely. Now, Class C, 2 teams going, which always seem to be in it. Maple Hill and Greenville, very good girls teams. Greenville Patroon Conference champion. They're going to be playing Lake George. Maple Hill's playing Cambridge.
Yep.
Both of them on Friday night.
Yeah, Maple Hill, the 9th seed in Class C, taking on number 1 seed Cambridge.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from that game.
It's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one. Cambridge is number 2 in the state in Class C,
Yeah.
and they're undefeated and looking very, very impressive. And there's no put down on Maple Hill.
No.
There's no indictment of their program at all. They had a great year, and their future is very, very bright too.
Yeah.
A great JV program, and this particular time is going to be tough. Cambridge is on a roll and very well could contend for the state championship.
Yeah, definitely could.
And Greenville is the 6th seed. They're taking on number 3 Lake George. And again, I got a sneaking suspicion over here, Brian, that Greenville's going to pull that upset. I know, and I say upset. It's only because Greenville is the lower seed, and they're playing at McKeel Christian at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. But Lake George is no joke for sure. That's evidenced by their number 3 seeding in Class C. But Greenville with Ava Fitzmaurice, the leading scorer, in Section 2, with 25 points per game. Grace Ann Bennett is a great scorer for Lake George as well. She's 3rd in Section 2 with almost 23 points per game. So that should be
a tough
interesting matchup.
Yeah,
no question about it. But I'm telling you, I'm taking Greenville. I'm going Greenville here, Spartans.
It's a good choice. I think out of any of the girls' teams, Greenville is probably the strongest one that we have going.
Definitely. Patroon champs.
Yeah, Patroon champs, and 3 Patroon teams still battling in it. So it's great for the area. Now, moving up a level a little bit, Columbia Green women. 22-2. One of their losses anyways, got taken back because Mohawk Valley had to forfeit the remainder of their season. Ranked number 5 in the country.
And it's about time.
Yeah.
That's all we can say on that. It's about time. This is a team that's been knocking on the door of the top 10 nationally all year long. They received votes several times in the weekly voting, and they finally break in, and they break in at number 5, which is well deserved. Coach Jamie Bates and Nicole Paulino have done just a great job. A second-year program, and here they are in the top 5 in the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. It doesn't happen to anybody. But it happens here at Columbia Green Community College. And kudos to the coaches and to the ladies, Tanisha Edge and all the other girls. Daniela Weinschreider has had a great year. Stacy Cheristol, Alea Albright. I mean, you could go on and on. Each one of these girls have contributed to. That's not just a cliche. They have actually all contributed this year to their success, and they're getting accolades now that they so richly deserve. And I'm telling you, watch out for them come postseason time. They're going in. They got 2 regular season games left, and get out and see them while you can, because this is a team that again, you might not see this type of quality for a while, because this is a very good team.
Very good. And second season back.
Season back, amazing.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Now, New York State Wrestling Championships are starting Friday morning. We got 4 guys in it. The Spangalas, both of them won Section 2 tournaments. They're both undefeated. Trent is number 1 seed in his bracket, 120 pounds. Caleb, undefeated in the season. Class D champ, Section 2 champ. Has to have a wrestle-in match. If he wins his wrestle-in match, he goes against number 1 seed. So tough route for Caleb.
I wouldn't bet against him.
I wouldn't either. And his brother's a Cornell guy. He's going to Cornell.
Unbelievable.
So they've been going up there. They've been wrestling with those guys, getting ready for this past week. They had a Oklahoma State wrestler come in yesterday to Maple Hill, wrestle with their guys coming in. So they'll be ready.
Is here.
Right, they'll be ready. We also have Catskills Rich Forbes, 152 pounds. Very strong kid. He's only a junior. He's going to do really well, I think. But he's an at-large bid, so is Greenville's Aiden Cullen. So they get a bit of a tougher road. They're going to be going up against some of the best guys in the state, section champions. But Aiden Cullen only has a couple losses. One of them, or 2 of them anyways, to Trent, who's undefeated. And Rich only has a couple losses. I think 3 losses this season. Those 2. If there's any 2 at-large bids that are going to make some noise, it's probably the Catskill and Greenville guys.
And isn't it amazing? I mean, in our little area, and there's not a lot of wrestling schools that participate in wrestling around here. And look at the quality that come out of these schools. It's just mind-boggling.
4 guys in the state tournament. One of them's a reigning state champion and a number 1 seed, and then 3 other guys they're in it. And it's a tough. If you ever been to the wrestling state championships, it's quite an event. There's 8 to 12 matches going on all the time. Best wrestlers in the state. Everything runs like perfectly up there. Really, if you get a chance to go, it's Friday and Saturday. It's definitely worth the $10 or $15 to get in and watch a full day of wrestling.
And a shout out to Hudson High varsity volleyball boys team as well. Number one seed in the upcoming sectionals. Had a great year with Chuck Peters, and they're looking to do their thing now in the postseason.
Yeah, they'll be playing this weekend.
Yes.
Starting off. Now, looking a little bit ahead, next Friday we have Jordan Hoos making his bit of a return to Taconic Hills, coming back. Hang Time Hoos with the Harlem Wizards. He'll be at Taconic Hills on the 2nd, which is next Friday. Before that, he's coming to Greenville, which is the Thursday, and he'll be over there. Both of these, they go to support, whether it's charity or I think Taconic Hills is going to support the boys basketball team, raise some money for them. If you want a little bit of a... It's not going to be empty at Greenville.
No.
But if you want some room to breathe, you might want to go to Greenville.
Yeah.
Taconic Hills is going to be packed.
Yeah.
He's coming back. Taconic Hills alum.
Favorite son.
Yeah, right.
No question.
So it's going to be a fun time, though. Harlem Wizards, if you haven't seen them.
Always a good time.
Always.
Great time.
Anybody that they play. So definitely check that out.
For sure.
Yep.
No question. Then we cover Shad Barksdale's It's Okay to Dream event, a celebrity basketball game and slam dunk contest, all sorts of festivities, a youth all-star game. The Lady Hawks AAU team will be playing as well. That's going to be a great time. That's March 16th, 8 o'clock. Actually, it starts at 4:30. The celebrity game, I believe, starts at 8 o'clock. But the festivities, the youth game, followed by the Hudson Hawks, Lady Hawks game right after that around 6 o'clock. So get there early, have a good time. There's all sorts of things going on. Slam dunk contest. I know you're still trying to talk me into it, but I don't know. I don't like to show off in those sort of things. Right. But it's going to be a fun time.
Definitely.
And I think it'll be well worth your while to check that out. March 16th at the Hudson High School gym.
Definitely. And we'll hopefully be able to talk to Rashad a little bit before that. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week on the Press Box, presented by Columbia Green Federal Credit Union.